here is a question from Flavio in Moderna. Hope I said your name right. I'm from Texas, so I always want to, put like A's and that kind of stuff in there, but I try not to. Question is, who is Zach? Indeed, intriguing character. I see a video on YouTube that someone named Zach is running the studio. Are you not in charge anymore? What happened to Gus? Is he still mastering? Why not record? How does Zach fit in? Well, here at Octave, we've been making some new friends this year, and we have a couple new team members. Zach is our studio manager. He's also an engineer and producer. He is running the studio. I'm still the director of Octave. I don't know if I'm like in charge of Zach. No, we're colleagues and we like each other and we work together very well. But we have different roles. So Zach, as the studio manager, right now, because we're not actually in the studio yet, it's still being built, he's really heading that up. He has been tasked with actually getting us into the studio. So he is putting up diffusion. He's got his work clothes on and his hair pulled back, and he's wearing work goggles, man. Like, he is in there using saws and like tools that I shouldn't ever be allowed to touch. So he's doing a lot of the manual labor to actually get us into the studio, which is amazing. And then once we're actually in the studio, Zach will be managing the studio. That's his official title, studio manager. And my title is director of Octave. So Zach is our man on the ground. He's gonna be in those pre-production meetings. He's gonna be making sure that, when I give him a schedule and say, here's the artist and they said they're doing these things on these days and it's gonna take this long. He's gonna look at that and be like, you didn't even schedule us a setup day, or whatever it is. Because he has really great studio experience. He's been making records for years. And he's going to be in on those kinds of pre-production decisions, being in there with other engineers that maybe aren't familiar with Pyramix, which is that's the system we'll be using for DSD recording. He's going to know that system in and out. And if another engineer comes in, he'll be working directly with that engineer to make sure that they can function in our studio. He's going to be kind of quality control. So, when we get into the process of making albums and, an artist comes in and their project gets mixed, Zach is going to listen to that. And he's going to have to go back to them and say, I think you need to tweak the vocals a little bit, or that guitar is way too loud, and he's going to help make sure that our recordings are what they should be and keep our audio file quality what it should be. Now, you have a couple other questions here. What happened to Gus? Gus is still around. Gus is a mastering engineer, and so once a project is mixed and ready, we give that to Gus. He masters, he writes in the metadata. And so he's really that man that ties up all of our loose ends at the end. And of course, yes, I'm still here. We do have a third team member coming in. Her name is Karina, and she is our communications coordinator. So she's going to be making interesting videos. You'll be seeing social media from Octave pretty soon. She'll be in charge of writing the copy for the website, so she listens to the recordings and will give a nice summary for you, so you kind of know what you're getting into before you purchase it. So we are growing the Octave team this year, and it's pretty exciting. We've got some cool changes coming up, and I think you're going to be seeing quite a bit more of Zach. So get used to him.